Towards a free, fair, and credible election, what are my expectations? One is that I expect, a robust and massive voter education by INEC. It is essential because most times you have seen that some of the elections that go into rerun are basically, at times, apart from the violence, because of the number of void votes that you see. Now, what result of these void votes? It is because of lack of proper voters' education. You see people, they know the choice of party they want to vote for, but instead of voting for that party, they will go across the line and thumbprint across the line. So most times, you begin to have a problem where that, is something that INEC have not been able to address, very, very well. Now, I also expect that the beavers, which, the INEC led by Professor Yakub Mahmood have introduced, should be deployed in this election in Edo State. One of the major credibility questions that the last presidential election is facing today is that the beavers was not deployed on the day of the presidential election. They had to fall back to the manual process to, collect results. So in this election, we expect that the beavers, which was actually the cell for the last election, should be deployed massively and used effectively. That is another one. Then another one is that we expect too that the security operatives should engage, they should be engaged to be around the election, each of the election, the polling units, so as to be able to curb any crisis that may want to erupt at any point in time. I personally would not encourage them to go into the election venue with arms and ammunition. No, I will not encourage that. But around the election venue, so that in case, things are getting out of hand, they can come in quickly, to manage the situation. I would also expect that the political actors should know that election will come and go, and they will remain indigenes and citizens of Nigeria and of Edo State. And so when they are playing their politics, they should ensure that they don't play to the gallery. Today, you see people using some kind of, unspeakable words in public. It should be discouraged. These are some of the things that fuel crisis. When you as a leader come to the public to make certain statements, your followers, they will amplify it. You understand? And at the end, what they
amplify
will
it in what way now?
Good. If for example, you come and you say, we are not going to tolerate X, Y, you are not going to tolerate. The mindset of your followers is that you are ready for violence. That's the mindset. So any little thing that happens on the election day, they are ready to engage violently. So we must be careful and mindful of the kind of languages that we use as we go into September 21st.
Okay.
Because after election, we are still going to be in this state. Whatever crisis we create during the election, we are still the one that are going to manage it after the election. So what is the essence? What is the need? Why should we deploy hard-earned resources to start managing crises that we have the capacity to resolve if we decide to play by the rules of the game?
Okay.
So these are some of the things I expect that, that should happen. You understand? Elections results should also be released early enough to avoid, from the polling units, to the collation center, to even the point where, the declaration of the final result will be made. It should be on a very, very...
You are indirectly speaking to INEC now.
Yes, that's the role of INEC, because when you create time, when you create that time lag, you are delaying, you are dilly-dallying to do what you are supposed to do. It creates room for manipulation. You start receiving different phone calls. You are now under pressure, and those kind of pressure can sway you, and you don't know the kind of pressure that you get. You don't know what can be used, to pressure you into submitting to what you are not supposed to do. And those kind of things can, again, lead into serious crisis.